ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। हरि ओम्। It's a very good point. Yesterday we have studied Sat, Chit, Ananda. The Chit is reflected in Ghora Vritti, Moodha Vritti. Ananda is expressed in Shanta Vritti. With a very nice example we studied yesterday. Chit is expressed like how the heat aspect of fire is expressed in the water. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Chit and Ananda is expressed like fire is light aspect and heat aspect. Both aspects are expressed in this coal or wood. It's a very nice example. You never forget it. So whatever the example is given here, we have to take this example, get the concept. In this Janma, this concept is clear. I'm not telling now you in this Janma it is clear. So when we get this concept in this Janma, till we get moksha, yeah, definitely one day we'll get, okay? Till we get moksha, there will not be any doubt in this aspect. Very clear. Now we are continuing today. Study of pleasures in transactional life. Pleasure, whatever the pleasure we are enjoying. So, our Vidyaranya Swami, he has taken few, not few, all the pleasures, and he is analyzing now. Griha, this is Griha from America only. It's not India's house, your house, okay? If I conduct this class in India, I will change the house. Indian house will come, the old tradition house. Griha Kshetra Adi Vishaye. Griha Kshetra. Griha means house, Kshetra, field, land. And other things also you have to, car, everything you have to take it. Griha Kshetra Adi Vishaye Yada Kamaha Bhavet. Kamaha means the desire. When there is desire for house, land, etc., all this desire, Kamaha Bhavet Tada Rajasaha, Rajasasya Asya. This is Rajasa Sukham. Rajasasya Asya, Kamasya. Because the Kama comes from Rajoguna. Desire, I want to achieve this. Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajoguna Samudbhava. The root of this desire is Rajoguna. Rajasasya, Kamasya, Ghoratvat. Because Rajoguna, it's Gora. If it is Tamoguna, mood. Sattuguna, Shanta. Very nicely, the words are connecting. Tatra no sukham. Tatra naha sukham. Na u sukham. No, you cannot, you can split no, naha or na plus u. No need to much in Sanskrit grammar. You forget the grammar. We are not here to learn grammar, okay? If you bring more grammar, tomorrow you will be dropped from the class. No, okay? No sukha means there is no sukha. Those who know Sanskrit for them, na plus u also you can split, naha also. So here na u, there is no sukha. When there is a desire for house, land, etc., then due to its rajasika nature of agitating, there is no happiness. So whenever we get desire, there is no happiness. That's the point. This sloka is very, very practical sloka. We won't accept this sloka sometimes. Not sometimes. Now itself. How? Immediately we'll get a question. How? Sir, when I have desire, you are telling I don't get happiness. Actually speaking, because of desire only, I'm getting real happiness. Our life. So we have seen throughout the life how we are getting happiness. The formula for happiness: desire, fulfill, get happiness. This is how the whole universe is going on. But what our Vidyaranya Swami says, when you get desire, because of the desire has got the nature of agitation. When desire comes, agitation comes, therefore you lose happiness. That's all. Now he is taking excellent analysis is doing, okay, step by step, detailed study. Now he says, Siddhyeta nava ityasti sukham asiddhau tad vivardate pratibandhe bhavet krodha dvesho va pratikulyatah. Nothing understood. Okay, the translation. There is misery in thinking if one will succeed or not. So whenever we have taken up some project to achieve it, desire is getting fulfilled. When I have something, I have doubt in my mind whether I get it or not. You agree? Please agree. Yeah? You have doubt whether I achieve it or not. Siddhyete nava asti. Whether I get it or not. We have doubt in our mind. There is misery. At that time, dukkham is there. I do not know whether I get it. The anxiety is there. For that time, dukkha will come. Okay, next. In failure, the misery increases. Already we have doubt. Dukkham is there. If you have failure, dukkham increases. Dukkha asiddhau tad vivardate. Dukkham vivardate. Increases. When abstracted, there is anger. Pratibandhe bhavet krodha. Somebody comes in between. When I desire something, then I get anger. There is anger. And hatred when conditions are non-conducive. When the situations are not good, dvesha comes. One desire, see how he is analyzing. Brilliant person. So we also have so many desires and we fulfill desires and sometimes we get happiness. But we never sit and analyze this kind of the technical analysis. Powerful analysis. Okay? And continue. One more sloka. 2 slokas together we will study. Now, another sloka. Ashakyas Okay. Ashakyas pratikaro vishadaha syat sat tamasaha. Ashakyaha. If it is not possible to fulfill desires, then the reaction is despair. Vishada. Arjuna got vishada, depression. I'm not able to get it. Ashakyaha. I want to get it, but I don't have ability to get it. That is called vishada, depression, despair. Which is tamasika. This despair comes from tamoguna. Very interesting. In the earlier sloka, he told desire comes from rajasika. Vishada comes from tamasika. So tamasika belongs to Goravritti. Rajasika belongs to Goravritti. Tamasika belongs to Mudavritti. So put together, Goravritti, Mudavritti, put together, he is bringing 2 slokas to explain Goravritti and Mudavritti. Is it okay? So desire comes from Rajasika because it's very agitating. Tamasika, depression comes from Tamoguna. Okay, Ashakya, I'm not able to get it. At that time, we get depressed despair, which is Tamasika, in anger, etc. All these things. Krodadidi mahadukkam. Sukha. Krodadishu mahadukkam means he is collecting all the 2 slokas together. So whenever you get krodha, desire, anger, all these things, okay, only dukkam is there. Mahadukkam. We are enjoying mahadukkam. Sukha shankapi durata. There is no iota of sukham. In our life, we never see a small drop of sukham in our life. Only dukkam, dukkam, dukkam. Therefore, our face is getting changed. Will you get it? I don't know. Only God knows. Dukkam. You went there. Have you got it? Failure. Failure. Dukkam. Mahad dukkam. But I try, but I'm unable to. Atmosphere is not conducive. One desire. See the facial reaction. So many reactions on our face and mind. One desire. In one day, 50 decides. 50 dukkam, 50 anger, 50. The whole mind is completely over that. The mental vrittis are in chaos. Our face is not good. We are not happy. But you have so much of money, good position, power, people, all the things you have, but still you are unable to get peace and sukham. Every the desire has got this kind of the background with the things. Every desire. Powerful analysis. No scripture will analyze like this. Therefore, I told you, if you study Panchadasi, your mind, the intellect get complete satisfaction. You will not get doubt. It takes Tamasika Vritti, Rajasika Vritti, Ghora Vritti, Mudha Vritti together. Why he is telling in Ghora Vritti, Mudha Vritti, only Chit is Pradibimbaram, there is no Sukham is Pradibimbaram, because all these things now see that. There is no Sukham here. The Sukha Shankapi, you are completely away from Sukham. So one thing we have to understand in our life, therefore we understood from the study of Panchadasi, money will not bring happiness, land will not bring happiness, people will not bring, all the external things will not bring happiness. We have to try our best to change inside to get happiness. The secret we understood. Is it okay? From this study. Now, two slokas together, put together, and you take this. Negative reactions. You like this picture? You like the picture, but you should not like this in your life. We should not be like this, but picture is good. Picture is good. Siddhyate na siddhyatva. If I get it, if I don't get it. Whenever you have doubt in your mind, dukkham is there. Okay, dukkham. When the desire is fulfilled, asiddhav, the desire is not getting fulfilled. Asiddhav, dukkham vivardate. In failure, it increases dukkham. Pratibandhe, if it is abstracted, kurodha bhavet. We good now. This person came and disturbed. Kurodha bhavet. Pratibandhe, abstracted. Pratikulyataha. Pratikulyata means pratikulam, anukulam we say. Anukulam means conducive atmosphere. Pratikulam means non-conducive atmosphere. Non-conducive atmosphere, dvesha. Hatredness comes. Ashakyas ashakya. I am unable to get it. Now in the pratikulya means I am okay. I have ability. But situation is not good. Dvesha. The situation is good. I am not okay. This is called ashakyas vishada, depression. One desire has got 5 things to do. 5 things. One desire. So there is no possibilities to bring one more thought here. Completely thorough study of desire by Vidyaranya Swami. Great, le? What a great person. This person is very great. Now, if you think one more, there is no space for you to think and add one more point. Completely he analyzed. Vidyaranya. Great teacher. Now, we translate this in English now. The same point. The same point only. If one will succeed or not, then misery. In failure, misery increases. When abstracted, anger. When conditions are not conducive, hatred. If it is not possible to fulfill desire, despair. Okay? The same thing. Same thing we have translated. Okay. See the faces. Very nice faces. It's our face only. Whenever we get problems, they are not happy. Okay, all these negative reactions. Now, desire is a root cause of all miseries or sufferings. Buddha told. From the childhood, we learn. Whenever we see Buddha, 2 things we'll do. One is meditation, peace. Another one is desire. The powerful message of Buddha. From the childhood, I also heard from the schools and what Buddha told, desire is the root cause of all the sufferings. Buddha told. Therefore, I want to drop all the desires. I want to become like Buddha to get peace. This one powerful message of Buddha, everybody heard from the childhood. Desire is a root cause of also. Simply, when you take this statement, simply without desire, how can you live? What this man is talking is very nice for puja hall, that's all. But it's very difficult to follow Buddha. Namaskar. I will do namaskar. I will keep your statue in my hall because it's very peaceful. You are a symbol of peace, sir, that's all. But your idea is very difficult to follow. We are completely impressed by Buddha's teachings, but it's very difficult to follow. So what Buddha told in a sutra form, now Vidyaranya Swami is analyzing in a very detailed way. Interesting, right? And Jesus also, he told that. So if somebody slaps you, just to show another cheek. What? Sir, that is sannyasa dharma. It is also desire. If you drop the sannyasa dharma, dropping desire is not ordinary. So very highest kind of the message they are giving, which is impossible for ordinary man to practice. Search, you will get it. What Jesus, search, you will get it. Search means what? I kept my key. Search, you will get your car key. Sir, searching car key, no need to have Jesus or Buddha. If they say search, you will get means what? You search where is the real happiness. So you search who am I, you will get it. Only statements they are giving. The great people, they are giving only statements. But all the details of the statement you will get in Sanatana Dharma only. Search you will get it means what? So ordinary people, they never understood. Many people, the followers. You said great, search you will get it. Thedangal kadaikum. Search you will get it. How to search? And go to Upanishad, Bhruguvalli, how to search. Okay, in Bhruguvalli it is explained. Annamayam atmano upasankramya, Pranamayam atmano upasankramya, Manomayam atmano upasankramya, Vijnanamayam atmano upasankramya, Anandamayam atmano upasankramya. How to search? One big Upanishad is there. So we have to understand when Buddha says all the desire is a root cause of all the sufferings. How? Now you have to go to this. This is how. The details are given by Vidyaranya Swami. This is the beauty, the glory of Sanatana Dharma. The big section of philosophy we have. Okay? So Buddha's statement is answered by our Vidyaranya Swami. Now we understood why it is cause of all the sufferings. The 5 things he brought here. Okay? Now, one more thing. Sir, when you have conducted this, when you explain this 2 sloka, we have doubt. We will ask tomorrow. Today I will send the question. You are telling that when you have desire, if you don't get vivardate, atmosphere is not good, hatredness, and I am not able to do it, despair. It's okay. Yesterday also I enjoyed 2-3 things. My desires are fulfilled, sir. I booked the car, I got it. I was driving my car. I'm very happy. I ordered ice cream, came. Best ice cream I had. I'm very happy. What you are telling, what Vidyaranya Swami is telling, I don't accept. I enjoy many that desires. I have money, I have power. So whatever I want, I order and it will come. I enjoy. Okay. Agreed. That is also discussed here now. Okay. If it is a Rajasika Sukham or Tamasikam Sukham, I enjoy, sir. I have things in my fridge. If I open, I'll get everything. I'll eat it. I'll enjoy my life. That is also taken here for discussion. Now, dukkha aspect of desire is explained. If we do not get whatever we decide, what will happen? And when we fulfill the desire, what will happen? That is also taken. Okay, now the second section is Kamya Labhe. Whatever we desire, when we attain this, When you attain, Sukha is there. He is not denying that there is no Sukha. Hey, Sukha is there. I will come. I will explain to you. He says, Vidyaranya Swami. Kamyalabe harsha vrittihi shanta tatra mahat sukham. Yes, Sukham is there. Our Vedanta is not completely negative. Vedanta is trying to explain the fact as it is and asking us move from lower level to higher level. That's all. Vedanta is never criticizing the world, or maybe the teacher, one who is teaching or one who is preaching, may not have that kind of clarity to explain. But otherwise, the teacher of the Vedantic teachers and the Vedanta book, very, very clear. They never say you have to blame or that wealth. No, wealth also important. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma is important, kama also important, moksha, artha also important. Is it okay? So how to understand it and how to live with this? The clarity is given. That's all. Whenever we desire is not fulfilled, it has happened. Now the desire is getting fulfilled here in this sloka. Kamyalave harshavritti shanta tatra magasugam. Bhoge mahattaram laba prasakto ishate vahi. What's the meaning? Ice cream. Ice cream, okay? Silver spoon. Right? Ice cream is very important, not the silver spoon. The feeling also very important. We have to eat it in silver. If it is possible, get golden spoon. Extra sukham. Okay, now I'm gaining the desired object. If I gain whatever I desired, okay, what happens? There is the thought of joy and peace. When I gain peace, joy. Hence, greater happiness. When I gain greater happiness, mahat sukamya, mahat sukam. What you people are going to Vedanta class and study? Mama sukhe dosho anusandiyatam. Hey, drop all those things. Come, have it. Enjoy the life. People are talking like this. Enjoy the life. Mahat sukam, sir. Have desire, fulfill it, enjoy the life. In actual enjoyment, the happiness is greater. When we get it, when we get the object, happy. When we enjoy or the actual happiness, the actual or the enjoyment, happiness is more greater. Okay? Even in the expectation of gaining the desired object, there is a little happiness. Even the vritti level also. Definitely today I'm going to get. We'll sing the song. Why? Today I'm going to get. The expectation of gaining also happiness. 3 days you are conducting the class. Only one sloka I liked this sloka. Why? Nice. This sloka is not telling sense control, mind control. Hey, I like this sloka. Have desire, fulfill it. 3 kinds of happiness. When I expect, this is the first kind of expectation of gaining. When I expect, today, song will come. Everybody will sing. Particularly when you go to bath, definitely, gaining, expectation, happiness. When we gain, okay, in front of us, more happiness. Actual enjoyment, happiness, oh happiness. The whole world is going on this sloka only. Whole world. It is there. And he takes this. This is called pleasure. Okay? Have you understood this? Modam, pramodam, all other things are tagged. So we say this is modam, pramodam. All the other, the technical terms in other places we discuss. But here, kamya lave harsha vritti, harsha happiness, mahat sukham. Okay? Bhoge mahattaram, actual enjoyment mahattaram. This is the mahat sukham mahattaram. Ishat, lava prasakta ishat, very small it. So this is one, this is the first, okay? This is the first one. When we think we'll get, when we gain, second, when we experience, the third. So any object, 3 levels of happiness. Okay? So mental level, when you see this, vritti level, we get happiness. Darshana, happiness. Enjoying, happiness. 3 levels of happiness. Okay, very nice local. Happiness is there. He says, it's there. I'm not telling there is no happiness. So when we desire is not getting fulfilled, different experience. When desire is getting fulfilled, different experience. Both are discussed. So this Vedantic teachers are very great. So they are not. There is no hatredness in their heart. They're very plain and very honest people. They try to analyze and they bring the fact in front of us, and they are giving the freedom. You take whatever you want. Shreyascha, prayascha. So both the things are presented. You yata ichasi tata kuru. Krishna also says. So we have to appreciate the great teacher of that Vidyaranya Swami. Now we have taken this for our analysis. Okay, Labha prasakto ishat. Ishat means very little. Nakamya labhe arshavati. When we gain it, not experiencing, when we gain in front of us, it is there. Harsha means happiness. Shanta tatar magat sukha. Shantavrti comes. Bhoge mahattaram. The expectation, little happiness, and gaining joy and peace, hence greater happiness, and actual enjoyment, great. Is it okay? We understood. This is what happening in our life already. Okay. Now, so one more sukham is there. There are 3 kinds of sukham, he says. Very little. Okay. And mahat sukham and mahattaram. 3 kinds of sukh. Mental level, the darshana level, and actual level. The one more sukham is telling. One more sukham. Mahattamam. See, mahattaram, mahattamam. Okay. No, see, this is superlative degree. Ishat, mahat, mahattara, and mahattamam. You getting it? Excuse me. Mahattamam. So greater than the actual enjoyment. One more sukham is there. It's like one more sukham. Mahattamam viraktautu vishayanande tadiritam vidyanande tadiritam evam kshantau tatau darye krodha lobha nivaranat. In detachment, indeed, is the greatest joy. In detachment, virakti. How we have to experience it, then only we'll get it. In virakto, the greatest joy. He says, when we experience the desired object, you have joy. There is no second thought about it. And he says, one more joy is there. In complete detachment, there is greatest joy. Mahattamam. Superlative degree. Okay? It has been said in the chapter named Vidyananda. It already discussed in Vidyananda chapter. One of the 5 chapters of Ananda, Vidyananda, it is discussed. If you want to get more details, please you go there and study. We don't have time. Next year you conduct. Okay, we'll try. Okay. Vidyananda, it is explained. There is greatest happiness in accommodativeness. Kshantau tada audari. And large-heartedness due to the absence of anger and greed. So another for that happiness, no, see, actually this happiness is for that Shantavriti. In Shantavriti, you get greater happiness. That's all. You getting it? Whenever we get the desire, if desire is not fulfilled, what happens? If the desire is fulfilled, what happens? On fulfilling level, 3 levels of fulfilling. Vritti level, in our presence and actual enjoyment. Is it okay? Ishat, mahat, mahattaram. When we fulfill the desire. One more happiness is there. That's mahattamam. What is that? Viraktau. Viraktau and evam kshantau tada audari. Whenever we get nice, good qualities and virakti, there is subtler joy. That is also happiness. So 4 kinds of happiness is he presented here. Have understood this? Okay. Now, pain, pleasure, and peace. That's all. When the desire is not fulfilled, this is the phase. You told you liked it, okay? Liked it. Why? He's looking like me. Sometimes I look like this. Very rarely. Smile will come. Very rarely. Whenever we get pleasure, happiness. Desire is fulfilled, is called pleasure, okay? Desire is not fulfilled, then we get pain. All that we are not experiencing the happiness which is attained through desire. At that time, we get peace, okay? In detachment and good qualities. Desire is not there. So there is no desire is fulfilled here, but we developed good qualities, Shanti, Audarya, Virakti. At that time, we get peace. So this is not considered as a pleasure. This is peace. Okay? The peace is joy. Asantasya kuta sukham. Krishna asked there. Shanti sukham both are say. Asantasya kuta sukham. So Shanti and sukham, the peace. This face is different. There is no smile, only that's all. Flat mouth. Have you understood? Okay. So three things he analyzed very elaborately. If desire is not fulfilled, then most of the time we are like this only. 99% of life like this only. Only 1%. We never go to this area. No. General whole world is moving in this direction. Vedantic students, they give preference to this. Sometimes pleasure. So 20% pleasure I need to have. Otherwise, I will die. At least 20% you have to give me. I'm Vedantic student. Please, 10, 20. No, not allowed. Okay, at least 10%. 10%, please. Pleasure I need to have. Otherwise, I will die. Please. No. Only 5%. Okay, I will die. That's all. Next Janma I will try. Why? Suffocation inside my heart. I will die definitely. Slowly we have to reduce this, and slowly we have to reduce, slowly we have to increase this. Okay? So very nicely he analyzed our Vidyaranya Swami. Great person. Very great teacher. Okay, he has taken, if it's not fulfilled, if it is fulfilled, then if you get peace. Clear, very, very clear. Okay, here you have 5 problems. When desire is not getting fulfilled, 5 kinds of problems we discussed. What are they? Just now we discussed. You have taken notes, you just see them. Here you have 3 kinds of pleasure. Okay? And the 4th one is in detachment in Shanta Vritti. That's all. That is not fulfilling the desire. When you fulfill the desire, you get 3 kinds. It is greater than this one is in the detachment, you get it. Is it okay? Very clear. Very, very clear study. That's all. No religion will talk about this kind of thing. That's all. Other religion, you go to God, you pray, and you will give some packet, you come and take it. That's all. Throughout the life. This is how the religion is going here. Analysis. Gurudev says that if you become the highest intelligent person in the universe, you will come automatically to the Vedanta. That's it. The highly intellectual person. Very nice kind of intellect he developed. Definitely his place is Vedantic hall. Only Vedanta can fulfill that kind of intellect. Okay? Now, what is sense pleasure? What is sense pleasure now? Now, see, we studied the pleasure when the desire is getting fulfilled, we get pleasure, okay? Now he has taken where this pleasure is coming from. He has taken the topic for study. What is a sense pleasure? We enjoyed now. When? Just now. We enjoyed. What is a sense pleasure? Where it comes from? Now is going to little next step. Okay. Now, have you seen this dog? This kind of dog. You can see this clearly. A very nice dog and holding the bone. As in America, you cannot see. America, you have a plastic bone here. The fabricated. Exactly looks like bone. I have seen a few places there in our that members' house. It's made, man-made bone. So real bone, if you come to India, somewhere on the street or somewhere in the interior village, this is nice scene to watch. You must watch this kind of scene to understand Vedanti concept. Ah? What? If you would have seen this kind of the dog with bone, you understood one concept of Vedanta, clear. So from the childhood, we need to have so many exposure about life. When you have many exposure, it's very, very easy to understand many concepts, the deeper concepts of Vedanta. Okay, now this dog has got the bone. This dog, it takes bone and rotates or rolls and is doing so. There is no flesh in it. Simply what that bone. Here and goes here and then taking more than half an hour. It's what that playing with this bone, and finally it gets some or that. And finally it gets will change very nice color. Will give. Okay. Finally it gets some. What is that? Blood. I'm telling the fact. This is the fact. It is given there. Don't worry. Don't change your face. No. Fact we are talking that. When the dog tries his best to take something from her, the dog thinks that there is something in the bone, I have to take it. What happens after some time? It gets some of that blood, very nice blood, and drinking that blood. Here our Vedantic Acharya says, dog thinks that the blood is coming from this bone. Actually, the blood is coming from the dog's own mouth. Have you got it? Excuse me. Got it? You understood one more concept. One sloka is over. That's all. One bone, one sloka is there. Yes. When you understand this, you understood what that concept. Clear. One concept is clear now. Okay? One concept is clear. Now you have understood from this. Now, one sloka is over. What our Vidyaranya Swami says, Yatya sukham bhave tattat brahmaiva pradibimbanat. Whatever the sukha we experience through the fulfilling desire, that is Brahma pradibimbanam. Vrittishu antarmukha swasya nirvignam pradibimbanam. Very great sloka. Okay? This fellow should be with us. He's helping us to understand this sloka. Now, yat sukham bhavet. Whatever happiness is there, whatever happiness. Here, happiness means whatever the happiness we are getting by fulfilling the desires. Is it okay? Any happiness. You buy land, you are happy. Buy a house, we are happy. Buy car, we are happy. Buy something new, objects for our the home materials, we are happy. New dress, happy, you are happy. New gold, happy. New gold. Gold, that's what is new gold, old gold. Gold, we are happy. Whatever we bet, we are happy. All the whatever happiness is there, Brahman alone. That is what. Yatya sukham bhavet brahmaiva pradibimbanat. That is reflected in the thoughts. When the Brahman is reflected in the thoughts, we experience this happiness. That's the point. Okay? How Brahman is getting reflected in the thoughts? Now he comes to the next slide. Antarmukasu. Vrittishu antarmukasu asya. This is very important point. Vritti. Vritti means all the thoughts. The vrittis are going out, there is no reflection. Because when the vritti is going out, it becomes a tamo guna or rajo guna. Ghora vritti, muda vritti. When vrittis are going out, so ghora vritti, muda vritti. Same vritti when it comes back, antarmukas. It turns back. Antarmukha vrittishu nirvignam pradibimbanam. The pradibimbanam happens. The reflection happens. When the vrittis are going out towards the object, the vrittis don't have ability to reflect. When vrittis turn back inside. Antarmukha vritti. The Antarmukha vritti has got the ability to reflect Brahman. There we get Sukham. This is the greatest secret why we are getting Sukham when we fulfill the desires. That's super science, scientific thought. Actually, this is science actually. These are psychology. In Western psychology, they talk more about brain. In the mind, mental vritti, buddhi, they will not, vasanas also they will not. Subconsciousness, brain, they will talk. In this philosophy, this is very important sloka. When the vrittis are turned back, okay, antarmukha vrittis, introvert mind. In the introvert thought or mind, the reflection of Brahman happens. The Brahman has the ability to reflect in the Antarmukha vritti. When the Brahman is reflected in the Antarmukha vritti, at that time, man experiences happiness or the pleasure. So when this, at what time the Antarmukha vritti happens, whenever we desire something, when we get the desired object, at that time, vrittis are not going out, it's coming inside. So at that time, we experience happiness. Actually, that happiness is nothing but Brahman's happiness. How this dog thinks that it is coming from the bone. It's not coming from the object. Okay, it is coming from its own mouth and reflected, comes back. Or getting it, this is best example to understand. Very simple the thing, nice to understand. So Atma's happiness or the Brahmans or the joy only, bliss only reflected in the Santa vritti, and we are thinking that we are getting happiness from the object. That's all. And the Upanishad says there is no Sukham in the object, there is Sukham in your own vritti. When you desire, you get the desired object because of the object's presence. Vrittis are getting the introvert. In the introvert thought, Brahman is reflected. That's all. This is how we are experiencing pleasures. So far I understood very clearly, but this sloka is little, it brings giddiness in my head. Just a few seconds we'll understand it. Yeah. Sir, look at me. Okay. Oh, you have Gaura vritti. We have Gaura vritti. Okay. So much I have. Okay, Gaura vritti is there. Muda vritti is there. So this Muda vritti, Gaura vritti is alive now. Alive and goes out. What Vidyaranya Swami says, whenever you have Muda vritti, Gaura vritti, it moves from you outside the world. At that time, there is no possibility of getting Sukham. Only Dukkham is there. Have you understood this? I am agitated, despair, and moving out. And he says, some object comes in front of you, that objects are making that your vrittis are going inside, introvert. At that time, whether it is Muda vritti or Gaura vritti, don't worry. When the vrittis are turning inside, at that time, Brahman is getting reflected. That reflection of the Brahman is called pleasure. That's all. Okay? So if you want to get happiness always, then you have to keep something always in front of you to get introvert. That is not possible. Rarely only you get the desired object, at that time it's getting introvert, then the reflection of Brahman is happening, you are happy. Always no need to, it is not possible to keep things in front of us, practically speaking. Therefore, what should I do? So instead of fulfilling the Gaura vritti and the Muda vritti, you drop the Gaura vritti, Muda vritti, try to develop Shanta vritti, all nice qualities. So no need of any object outside. Without having any object, the reflection of the Brahman is happening inside you. Then you get happiness. Are you getting it? Therefore, scriptures are telling, don't run behind the object, because it takes time, it takes effort to run behind the object. And I spend time and effort, sometimes 100 desires, only 2 or 3 is getting fulfilled, or 97, 90 is not getting fulfilled. Waste of time, waste of energy. Scriptures are advising, See, understand the object of the nature of the object, understand nature of your mind. This is the science. Instead of going behind, whatever comes on your way, you enjoy it and you develop good qualities. In the good quality, reflection of Brahman is there. You get peace and joy. That's a life is over. I don't know whether you understood or not. Have you got it? The brilliant teaching of Vedanta. Therefore, if you become Vedantin, where level? Your life is where level? Where level? What is this term? Where means in Tamil, level means English. Where level means another level. Another level of life. Okay? I don't know, but very beautiful concept. So in the pleasure also, there is Sukham. That Sukham is none other than a reflection of Brahman we are experiencing the pleasure. Lower kind of joy, that's all. Lower kind of joy. Is it okay? You understood this, okay? You understood. Shall we move to next thought? Yeah, we have to move. Even if you are not telling, I have to move. Okay? This thought is over. Now he is telling. Now we will study. It's a small analysis we will do. Okay? Small analysis, whatever we have studied. Sense pleasure, no, worldly happiness. The worldly happiness or sense pleasure. Most of the people will. Okay. Unfulfilled desires bring pains. You agree? What agree? It's what going in my life. What to agree? Already it is like that only. Unfulfilled desire. Suppose desires are fulfilled, it creates vasana. Okay? If my desire is fulfilled, I create vasana. Again, this vasana creates one more desire. You getting it? We studied that. In Karma Yoga, all in Bhagavad Gita, if you study Bhagavad Gita, you are very familiar with this. Fulfilled desire creates vasana. Unfulfilled desire creates pain. Both the ways, pleasure is a problem. Is it okay? Yeah. As I fulfill more and more desire, I want to get more and more. If I don't get desire, pains. It creates pains and vasanas. You agree, I know. Is it okay? Now, moving to next. Now, this pleasure. Desire fulfilled, to fulfill the desires, we need to have objects. The objects are required to fulfill the desires. Okay? So without the object, we are not able to fulfill the desire. Objects are needed. This is, I like you. You be with me. Okay? Okay, you like, but I don't like you. Other person says. We are compelling that person to be with, I don't like you. That person says, but I like you, be with me. Oh, you. So objects are needed to fulfill the desire. It is not possible to keep objects always with us. At detachment, objects are not required. Okay. This is also kind of pleasure we are enjoying. The Shantavritti and the detachment and virakti, we are enjoying. In detachment, we are enjoying pleasure. Here also we are enjoying pleasure. But in the desire, we need to have object. In the detachment, there is no object. That's all. Okay? In the Shantavritti, in detachment, no need to have any objects. Just I have thoughts in my mind, good thoughts. In the good thoughts, the Brahman is getting reflected. Now see, here you need to have object to get Antaramukha Vritti. Okay? I need to have something to get Antaramukha Vritti, then only pleasure is received here. Experience. Here, I don't need any objects to get Antaramukha Vritti. Without the object, I know how to make Antaramukha Vritti. Therefore, I am getting pleasure as it is. The Brahman's reflection I am getting without objects. Why? I developed good qualities. The Brahman's reflected joys I am experiencing, I need to have object. This is the difference between Santa, the detachment, the joy in detachment, joy in desires are getting fulfilled. I hope you're getting it. Is it okay? So you need to have my son. Whenever I see my son, I'm very happy. Even though my son is not there, he's living somewhere else, I'm completely detached. I'm very happy. Otherwise, you need to have your son should be with you, your daughter should be with you. It's not possible. It's impossible. So whenever you compel someone, the other person is not, and the things and beings will not be with us always. Therefore, we are suffering like anything. So Vedanta says you live very intelligently, develop detachment, develop good qualities. Antarmukha vritti is there without any object. Okay? Sir, in both the things, Antarmukha vritti is very important. Whenever you get Antarmukha vritti, there you get pleasure. Have you understood this? There are two kinds. Without object, with objects, that's all. With objects is called desire fulfilled. Without objects, good qualities and detachment, that's all. So both are nothing but the reflection of Brahman we are experiencing the heart. Is it okay? So if you become the detached person, you become Vedanti. If you have all the materials to enjoy the sukham, the pleasure, then a worldly person, that's all. This is the difference between Vedantin and worldly person. That's. But both are pleasures. This pleasure is nothing but the bliss is reflected. That's all. The Brahman is reflected in the Antarmukha vritti, that is called pleasure. Antarmukha vritti happens when we get a desired object. Antarmukha vritti happens without any object. Why? Good qualities. That's all. So this is the analysis. Is it okay? Understood. Now, moving a little forward. The first one is desires fulfilled, we will get pain. Unfulfilled, we will get pain. Desired fulfilled, vasanas. Again, this will bring janmas for us. Janma after janma, we have to exhaust the vasana. Instead of exhausting vasana, we are creating more and more. In one way, my desire is fulfilled. Another way, vasana is created. You have to get ready to take birth. The third point, detachment, reflected bliss. So we're getting reflected bliss, the detachment, good qualities. So here also reflected bliss only, okay? Here also pleasure, here also pleasure. But this pleasure, when we enjoy, this will not create vasana, this will not give janma. Are you getting it? Therefore, the good qualities are needed. Not only we are experiencing the joy and peace, at the same time we are cleaning the heart not to get janma. Okay? And liberation, bliss absolute. The bliss absolute is liberation. The reflected bliss, you get in detachment and fulfilled. So in the desires fulfilled also reflected bliss only, okay? But it creates vasana. And here there is no vasana, it's cleaning the vasana and reflected bliss. You enjoy, then move forward to the liberation. In the detachment, we get reflected bliss. In the liberation, bliss absolute. I hope you understood these steps. Okay? This is what we have studied now. So today's the subject is about this only. Brilliant person, Vidyaranya Swami. Okay? So we need to have bliss absolute, get bliss absolute. Very great study. Now, in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the section 4, Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi Samvada, very, very popular, you know that. Very, very popular discussion. Yajnavalkya Rishi had two wives, Maitreyi and Katyayini. So he lived with them and got children, lived completely. Dharma, Artha, Kama is over. And he wants to get liberation. And he wants to get detachment. So whatever the property is given to two wives, you take this, I am going to forest for getting liberation. Katyayini got all the property. Then Maitreyi comes, sir, 1 minute. There is no problem in the family. We are not creating any problem in the family so far. We are all very, very good and children are very good. Why you are going from the house and what kind of happiness you are going to get out of this family? She asked. So Yajnavalkya Rishi says, yes, you are right. So whatever the joy I experienced here with objects, now I am going to do tapas to get happiness without object. And he reflected and he brings greatest message of Upanishad. First time if you hear this, you are amazed. What is this? What is he talking? He's telling that I liked Putra, I liked you, I liked what that objects, all the things are not like for the sake of the son, for the sake of the wife, for the sake of the object. It is not like. So I liked you all because I like my Atma. Therefore I liked you. What? What? So far you told you like me. Yes, I told I like you. Because of my Atma, I like my Atma more. Therefore I liked you. Brings very big bomb. And this thought is very, very powerful thought. First time if you hear this, definitely after studying this part of the Upanishad, definitely you will go and you will get giddiness. What? We don't like our son because of the son. We like son because we like the Atma. Therefore we like our son. What? New thought. We like Atma more. Therefore, this is reflected on our son. Therefore, we are liking the son. Very powerful thought. Sometimes you cannot digest this thought. Such a powerful message he brought here. Okay, in the Upanishad. Namare sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Whatever I liked, I don't like the things for the sake of the things. I liked everything for the sake of Atma. Nama are sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. I liked my Atma more. Therefore, I liked you all. Now, without you all, I want to like the Atma as it is. So far, I experienced the reflected joy. Now, I am going to get the joy as it is. Okay? Atma mare drashtavya, shrotavya, mantavya, nididhyasitavyo, maitrei. And so many mantras are there. There is no space or time to bring all the things. Please go and study this. You will understand. Without objects, I am going to experience that joy. Therefore, I am going to drop everything and go to forest. This is the relevant subject. Here, we can connect this subject for our thought flow of Vidyaranya Swami. Okay? Mishra Brahman and Amishra Brahman. Very, very nice. Two Brahman. What? We heard only Brahman. That's all. He's bringing 2 points. Mishra Brahman, Amishra Brahman. Mishra, Amishra. Okay? Conditioned and non-conditioned. Unconditioned. How do you say? Non-conditioned or unconditioned? Unconditioned. Okay, unconditioned. This is conditioned. Mishra, unconditioned. Amishra. Very, very simple to understand. Very, very simple. The terms are very new, but it's simple only. You are all brilliant student, you will understand very quickly. That's understood. The brilliant student. Very easy thought only. Okay? Mishra Brahma, Amishra Brahma. We heard that Nirguna Brahma, Saguna Brahma. Nirguna Brahman, Saguna Brahma is very easy, understood, very popular also. So in this Vishayana, he brings Mishra Brahman, Amishra Brahman. Okay? Now, the Sat. Now, before this, we have to understand the Sat. Sat Chitta Ananda. Okay? The Sat aspect is expressed in the stones. Immovable things. Okay? All inert objects. In all the inert objects, only Sat is expressed. We go to Mars and Jupiter, all the things. Only Sat is there. There is no Chitta, there is no Ananda there. Even if you go to Mars, only bring the stones there. From the moon, we bring stone. What? To study about Sat, that's all. Only Sat is expressing. There is no Chit in the stone. Okay? Suppose Chit is there in the stone. If you go and sit on this stone, stone will push us. Hey, get out. Suppose a man is standing there, I was sitting there. If you go and sit on the man, definitely man will get up and he will do whatever he wants. Therefore, no Chit, only Sat in the stones, only stone and wood. all the things. Only Sat is expressed. Okay. So in the man, Sat also expressed, Chit also expressed. The living being, Sat is there, Chit is there. Is it okay? Two things are expressing. The Shantamurti. Ananda is expressed only in the Shantamurti. Nice person, meditative. When you meditate, we have to smile like this. Meditate. Not serious, no, smiling. Anand, experiencing Anand. So Sat is expressed in the inert object. Chit is expressed in the living object. Gora Mudavritti. Ananda is expressed in the Shantavritti. Is it okay? Sat Chit Anand. Now, we studied. This is so whatever we studied here, okay? Whatever we studied, so we are bringing this form of sloka. That's all. You understood the concept. Now I am telling the sloka. Finished. Very simple only. Satta Chiti Sukham Cheti Swava Brahmanastreya. Brahman has got three nature. Sat, Chit, Anandam. Satta Chiti Sukham Cheti Swava. Swava is nature. Brahmanas three with nature. Three kinds of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Okay. Mrit Chiladishu. Mrit Chiladishu. A kind of stone and inert object. Satta eva vyajjate. Na netaratu dvayam. The other two things will not express. Sukham will not be there. Chaitanya will not be there. This is very simple to understand. Therefore, it looks jadam. Existence, consciousness, and bliss is a threefold nature of Brahman. In mud, stone, etc., only existence is manifested, not other two. Simple. Very clear. No need to have big explanation. Okay? Clear. Now, moving to next one. Satta Chiti Dvayam. Sattu Chittu two Vyaktam Divrtayoho Goramodayoho. So Sattu and Chittu, both the things are expressed in the human being's mind. Gora Mudha Vritti. Okay. Shanta Vritta Uchi. Only in Shanta Vritti, Trayam Vyaktam. Sattu Chittu Ananda is expressed. Okay. Shanta Vrittau Trayam Vyaktam. Mishram Brahma iti iritam. This is called Mishra Brahma. 1 minute. Sat, I understood. The stones. Chit, in me only. Goravritti, Modavritti, I understood. Anandam also in me. When I do meditation, the Santavritti, I get Anandam. Okay. Sat expressed. Chit also expressed. Anandam also expressed. I understood clearly. Finally, you told one thing, Mishra Brahma. I don't get this point. Well, so what here he is using Mishra Brahman. Mishra means conditioned. Okay. Associated with the thoughts. Or Brahman associated with the thoughts or Brahman conditioned. This conditioned Brahman is called Mishra Brahma. Mishra means mixed. The Brahman is mixed with the stone. Brahman is mixed with the Gora Mudavritti. Brahman is mixed with the Shantavritti. That's mixed Brahman is called Mishra Brahma. In English also you get the same sound. Mixed Brahman is called Mishra Brahman. Or conditioned Brahman. Or Brahman associated with thoughts. That's all. Very simple only. There is no difficulty in understanding. Now see. Now you understand very, very clear. Now you have to bring this kind of example. Now it's very, very clear. Okay? This is sambar. Can you see this? This is sambar rice. Huh? Can you see this? Yeah, very clearly. Very clearly. Okay. This is sambar. Puliyodare. What do you call puliyodare? Okay, lemon rice. Why puliyodare? It's difficult to translate it. Tamarind rice. Lemon rice. Lemon. And Thai sadam. Curd rice. Okay. The pure rice, pure white rice, okay? The harvest we used to do in the Yagamanda. Pure rice. I will show you that also, okay? The pure rice, Mishra Brahma. This is pure rice, okay? Can you see this pure rice? You cannot eat it. Only this is made for Yajnam, this is made for the Almighty Lord. Only He can eat it. Oh Lord, I will make pure rice for you. After that, I will give it all the living beings in the world, particularly crow. Why? I cannot eat it, Lord. If I want to eat it, I need to have mishram. Sambar, I need to have lemon, I have curd, I need to have that. So the pure rice is amishra, without association of anything. Not association of anything, okay? Associated with any thoughts. That's amishra. Now, this Brahman mixed with the stone, mixed with the thoughts, Gora Mudavritti mixed with the Shantavritti. Are you getting it? So sambar is separated and lemon is separated, curd is separated. Now you see all the three plates are filled with Amishra Brahma. When you bring sambar, so the food is mixed with the sambar. Food is mixed with the lemon. Food is mixed with the curd. That's all. Okay? So what we have to do, we have to separate the sambar, separate the lemon, separate the lemon essence, separate the curd, and we get Amishra Brahma. Okay? It is very difficult to understand the Amishra Brahma. Therefore, our Vidyaranya Swami brings, I give you Mishra Brahman, you understand this, you eat it, you experience it, from that you separate the Brahman, separate the Brahman. When you separate it, and then you got Amishra Brahma. To get Amishra Brahma only, what is that? To get Amishra Brahman, okay, to get this, I am introduced. So I introduce this three things. Okay. When the Brahman is mixed with, associated with the rock or the inert object, it becomes, what is that? Rock and Sat. Sat is expressed through rock. Directly Sat, it is very difficult to understand. Therefore, we need to have a rock or stone, something to understand Sat. Otherwise, very difficult to understand Sat. Chit also very difficult to understand. Now we are very, very popular with the Goravritti, Mudavritti. When you are popular with Goravritti, Mudavritti, through the Vrittis I can understand Chit. Through the Shanta Vritti I can understand Ananda. So to understand Sat, Chitta, Ananda, I need to have something to hold it. When I want to have some hold, thereafter I can understand Sat, Chitta, Ananda. So Sat, Chitta, Ananda is mixed with the stone, Muda Goravritti and Shanta Vritti. So when it is mixed with the three things, okay, then this is called Mishra Brahma. So he is giving the name Mishra Brahma. Brahman is conditioned by stone. Brahman is conditioned by Gora Mudavritti. Brahman is conditioned by Shantavritti. So when you understand this, now we have to separate the Brahman from the stone, from the Gora Mudavritti, from the Shantavritti. That's all. Now he is going to give the task, how to separate it. So he will give now. Is it okay? You understood this. Amishram Jnana Yoga. Amishram Brahma means a pure Brahman. Brahman, absolute. There is nothing to express. Pure Brahman. There is no world at all. The world only it is expressing in the inert object, in the Gora Mudavritti, in the Shantavritti. Amishram Brahman, there is no world. Only Brahman, pure Brahman is existing. Amishram Jnana Yoga Abhyam Taucha Puramiritam. So the Brahman not associated with the thoughts is known as by knowledge and yoga. Jnana Yoga Abhyam, by knowledge and by yoga, which has been spoken about before in the previous chapters. This discussion about yoga, the topic discussed in the Yogananda. We have 5 chapters in the Ananda Prakarana. Okay, in the Yogananda it is explained. Yoga is explained in the Yogananda. The knowledge was dealt with Atmananda and Advaitananda. The earlier topics, the earlier subject, what do you call the chapters, it is discussed. Adye Yoga Chinta. Adya means the Yogananda, Yoga Chinta. Jnanam, Adhyayoho Dvayo. In 2 chapters, Jnanam is discussed. Okay, Amishram Brahma. So I want to know the Amishram Brahman. Where should I study the Amishram Brahman? Then we have to study Yogananda, Atmananda, Advaitananda in the Panchadasi itself. The last 5 chapters. Are you getting it? So this is not our topic. So our subject, our theme is not Amishram Brahman. So he has taken Mishram Brahman to identify or to indicate Amishram Brahman. Is it okay? Are you okay? This is too much for you? Easy one. Easy. You just remember sambar rice, lemon rice, curd rice. Brown color, yellow color, white color. All these three foods are very nice. For what it is told? Some Brahma. Mixed Brahma. Mixed Brahma. Mixed Brahma. You separate the sambar from the rice. How to separate? Only eat it. That's all. No, mentally how to separate. When you separate it, take the stone and think about Sat. Take the Gora Muda Vritti. Think about Chaitanya. Take the Shanta Vritti. Think about, meditate on Ananda Vritti, Ananda aspect. So without the help of anything, it is very difficult to hold Brahman. This is beyond mind and beyond sense organs. Yatho vacho nivartante aprapya manasa sahama. Mind will not reach it. It will come back. Sollarku ariyanai solli thiruvadi keed. Manikavasaka says that he praises the Lord Shiva, and for 2-3 pages he is praising. Afterwards he told, I don't know how to praise you. I don't know how to praise you. I don't know who are you. But having understood that I don't know who are you, I told, who are you? Remember, different presentation. It's very difficult to see or get the Brahman, Amishram Brahman, pure Brahman. Therefore, we need to have hold some hold. So that is what given here. This is called Mishra Brahman. Okay? Amishram, expression of them. We studied about Brahman. Sat we studied, Chit we studied, Ananda we studied. Where Sat expressed, where Chit expressed, where Ananda expressed, everything we studied. So what is sense pleasure we studied? When we attain sense pleasure, what will happen? When we not attain sense pleasure, what will happen? What is sense pleasure? When it is happening? All the details we studied. Satta, Chitta, Ananda aspect is what? Now we are going to study Maya tomorrow. Already today we attained Brahman. Why Maya? We attained Brahman today. What is said? We have to remove sambar, lemon and curd. You remove it. Who mixed it? Unnecessary. Who mixed it? Somehow it is mixed, but our job is to remove it and understand Amishra Brahma. Okay? Now, he is taking the Maya. Brilliant topic. This we will study tomorrow. Okay? Maya is brilliant topic. See the teacher, very brilliant teacher. This man, Vidyaranya Swami. So what kind of brain? Analysis. Science. Science of Vedanta. Science of Vedanta. Vedanta is not a very dry subject. Vedanta is a beautiful subject. Very beautiful, and science is, this man is scientist. Vidyaranya Swami is scientist. If you remove Swami, Vidyaranya, Dr. Vidyaranya, okay? Dr. Vidyaranya. Dr. Yes Vidyaranya. That means Swami, yes. Great scientist. So he brought very nicely the thought. Now, tomorrow we will go. Maya. Maya is very good. So many questions you have asked today, the 2-3 questions, that is based on Maya. So you will see that question. Okay? 2-3 questions have come. We will see. Few questions I can answer after this Maya. Shall you continue with this question answer? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow when we study Maya, the expression of Maya, so I'm doing a few projects in Nagapatnam. So translation of our Gurudev Tamil translation. Already we have translated Tamil, so much of corrections are needed and development are needed. So team of people, 10-12 people we are together. We are reworking. So more than 1.5 years back we took up that. Still it's going on. Each and every chapter, sloka, Bhagavad Gita sloka, you divide the sloka, cut the sloka, and transliteration of Tamil translation, and full meaning of the sloka and commentary. So organizing and over the proofreading, it's very heavy work is going on. And other than that, my school work here, I'm doing all my work here. So after that, Gurudev asked us to conduct this kind of classes and spread the message of Vedanta to the people. So this is what we are doing. Other than that, we need to have some kind of social work also, social spiritual work. So nearby Nagapatnam, I visited many years back. Then I found small temples are dilapidated, not completed. So I have taken many temples, small temples in that area, particularly the very poor area where the scheduled caste people are living there. And mostly they are neglected. Even though the politicians are there, they're not giving much importance. These people are being converted. Very easily, they will go food, cloth, and they're completely converted. So this kind of area I visit and hold these people, holding them to retain them in our culture. So whatever the small temple already they have, we rebuild it, complete the temple, or build the new temple for them. So connecting these people with this kind of temple, therefore they are retained here. So this is the project I have 2 years back I have taken. So nearby villages. So because I am living in Nagapatnam, here, Tiruvarur and Tanjavur, here and all you have the interior village of Tamil Nadu. So here I visit a few villages, not few. Wherever we go, you have this kind of temple is left without completing. So I select the temple. I talk with these people, the village people, and they also will support. So we'll build the temple for them, and they will continue there. So what kind of murti they want? If they want Amman temple, we bring Amman. If they want Vinayak temple, we will bring Vinayak. Shiva, now I'm doing Shiva temple there. Very small construction, small floor, and on shed the murti will be there. Let them. So tomorrow, after this class, I will present it. During question answer session, I will present this project, what I am doing there. Okay? If you are okay, I will present. So I have kept this name of the project, Jirna Mandirodtaragaya Namaha. One of the names of our Gurudev in Ashtotra Sadanama, Jirna Mandirodharakaya Namaha. So our people all over the world, they are supporting for this project. And small, very small kind of the construction, not big. To maintain big temple in the Tamil Nadu, it takes, only government can do it. Only the department can do it. But small temple we can do, connect the people with our culture to retain them. Otherwise, people will go there and convert them. We are losing so many villages. So whatever we can do, we try our best to hold the people. Other than the village people, they don't want this kind of Mishra Brahman, Amishra Brahman. I don't want the Brahman. I want Takali rice. I want lemon rice. I want sambar rice. We are in need of food and cloth and basic things. So this is meant for you. So that kind of work is meant for. So I am doing that. More than 2 years I involved in that. I am doing. Tomorrow I will present what kind of the temple work I am doing. Okay, it's very fulfilling and very fruitful also. We have to give them the temple so that they can go around the temple. Even they fight, it's okay. Let them fight based on temple. Why they fight? The other things. You have temple for your engagement and you start. So tomorrow I will present it. Is it okay? There is a question answer. This is today's question answer. Piyush Pandya, Alpharetta. Ariom. Okay. What are qualities or attributes of good sankalpa for sadhak that he can use as guiding principle? Qualities or attributes for the sadhak, for the guiding principle. So the question is a very good question. Answer is very simple. You take any Vedantic text. The beginning of the Vedantic text itself is given the qualities. What are the qualities are needed to guide you towards the goal? Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhishatka Sampatti, Mokshutvam. There are 4 qualities, 4-fold qualities. Discrimination, first Viveka, Vairagya, dispassion, and Samadhishatka Sampatti, Sama Adi, Shat Sampatti. Sama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhan. All the six-fold qualities. And last one is Mumukshutva. These are the main qualities, fourfold qualities, qualifications are needed for any sadhak, Vedantic sadhak. To get this Samadama, Sadhana Chatushtayam, technically this is called Sadhana Chatushtayam, and we need to have so many other good qualities. Other small level good, the transactional qualities we need to have. To get that kind of quality, we have to go to Bhagavad Gita. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, Saucham, Acharya Upasanam, all these qualities, 20 qualities are explained there in 13th chapter. Yeah, you get. And 12th chapter also you get. Advaishta Sarvabhutana, Maitra Karuna Evacha, Nirmamo, Nirahankara, all these qualities. And if you go to 16th chapter, Daiva Sampati is explained. Avayam, Sattva Samsuddhi, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti, all these qualities. So many qualities you can go and get from Bhagavad Gita, and wherever you go, you get many qualities. It's available plenty. The only thing, it's very difficult to practice. No need to go to scriptures. Our own people will advise you. They are ready to advise. You ask something. So I have, don't worry. First they will say, don't worry. I am there. You are there, but I will worry. Yeah? Don't worry. Get up early in the morning and they give all kinds of advice, good values. It is available everywhere, plenty. Okay? And you go to Bhagavad Gita, you get all the good qualities. And if you want more qualities, more than 200, 300 qualities, if you want, then go to Valmiki Ramayana, the Ayodhya Kanda, second what is that, Kanda. Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, first 2 chapters you study. More than 200 qualities of Rama, you will get it. Okay, these are the places. These are the extra qualities you need. But main qualities of the sadhak of Vedanta, Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampati, Mukshutva. This is what our great acharyas, they selected these qualities, more than enough to study Vedanta. Is it okay? And if you want to get very, very clear cut of this quality, you go to Tattva Bodham. Take the Tattva Bodham, it's clearly explained. More detailed of this, if you want, then you go to Vivek Chudamani. You read first part of the Vivek Chudamani, you will get it. Okay? This is the answer. Now, Gauri Mashkar. Okay, Alpha. So how to read it? Mashkar. Mashkar. Okay. The first sloka, why the sense pleasure called enjoyer. Yeah. Sense pleasure is called enjoyer of a part of Brahmana. You studied that, you went through the translation, you got this question. I have the answer for it. I'll give you. And we learned that Ananda cannot get reflected in Ghora and Muda Vritti. First I will complete this, okay? In the first sloka. So what is in the first sloka? First sloka I told. Atatra Vishayanando Brahmananda Amsha Rupa Bhaka Nirupete Dwarabhutaha Tadamshatvam Srutu Jagav. So the translation of this sloka, this is the translation. Therefore, here in this chapter, sense pleasure, which is an enjoyer. Pleasure is what that? Object, subtle object, pleasure. And that object will not become enjoyer. Enjoyer is I unit. The subject, enjoyer is subject. But subject is used for the object, sense pleasure. We're getting a sense pleasure, which is an enjoyer, will not come. This statement is not right. So he noticed and he brought the question. Very nice question. He noticed why sense pleasure is called enjoyer. So thank you, Gauriji. This is mistake. This is mistake. I typed it, I read this, okay, and I went through. I have got. Yesterday I took 4 or 5 books I took and referred. But this is not right. Enjoyer should not come. You are right. Thank you very much for the correction. Because you brought very nice question. So I went through. Our CCMT book itself has got this problem. So I yesterday informed the CCMT book department. But they will correct in that book. Okay? And referred a few more books. And this is a correct answer, correct sentence. Therefore, here in this chapter, sense pleasure, which is an entrance to the bliss of Brahman. It should come like this one. Yeah, that is mistake. Then we will correct it. Good question. Because you corrected the book itself. Yesterday, you took this picture and sent to CCM. They will correct it. The next print, okay? Okay, good. This is the answer. And, okay. Yeah. This B leg. We learned that Ananda cannot get. So, your second question. We learned that Ananda cannot get reflected in Gora and Moda Vrittis. But when a tamasic person feels pleasure in pain and sorrow, downfall of another, yes, what is this joy is reflected? We studied this now. We studied. Answers given. We learned that Ananda cannot get reflected in Gora and Moda Vritti. Yes, Gora Moda Vritti, if it goes out, Ananda will not be there. If it turns towards the Atma, the Antarvritti, in Antarvritti, Goda, Mora, when it comes back, we will enjoy. Okay? We will enjoy this. Tamasic person feel, Tamasic person or Gora, Moda, both are same. Whether it's Gora Vritti or Moda Vritti, when it, what do you call it? Introvert, when it becomes introvert, then the Brahman, that thing is reflected. Ananda is reflected. So pain, sorrow, downfall of another person. Okay. Why? What is his joy? A reflection of, yeah. His joy is a reflection of Brahman only. We studied this elaborately. Okay. Tamasic person, Rajasic person also gets joy because when they get introvert mind, they get pleasure. We studied this. The answer is given. Question 3. A sadhaka from Alpharetta. No need to bring answer. Sadhak. Okay. How is the Sat aspect of Brahman transmitted? Okay. Is that reflection like Chit and Ananda? If it is a reflection, is that why the world is an illusion? So Satta aspect of how the Satta aspect of Brahman is transmitted. Satta aspect is not transmitting the Sat is there expressed in the stones or the inert object. In the inert object, Sat is expressed, that's all. Is that reflection like Chit and Ananda? No, it is not like Chit and Ananda. Chit and Ananda is reflection. Here there is no reflection, only existence, that's all. You getting it? The Chit want to have something to reflect. Chit and Ananda is reflected. Sat is not reflected. Sat is expressed, that's all. Sat, Jadam, that's all. Okay. If it is reflection, then why it is called, why is that why the world is illusion? The world is illusion. Tomorrow we will see this. Your question partially is answered, partially we will get answer tomorrow. Why the world is called illusion? The tomorrow's subject, okay? So today I'm not getting. Tomorrow you will get the answer of this, why it is called illusion. Balavittal, yeah, the same question yesterday, what he asked, the follow-up from first day first. Is this lecture is a subject review? Is this about Atma Vidya? Yes, Atma Vidya. Now he is going to explain the end of the subject. This is not the Dhyanam, this is Atma Vidya. So our Vidyaranya Swami himself says that the subject what you are doing is Atma Vidya only. Is it okay? This is Atma Vidya. He himself will tell in the end. Question 5. Krishna Raman Savanna. Okay. Did I hear you say, Swamiji, that it is okay to enjoy the pleasure? Nice question. Hey, is it okay to enjoy? So we have to ask question. We should not. Is it okay to enjoy the pleasure or not? Hey, is it okay to enjoy the pleasure of objects? We have to ask like that. Yeah, is it okay to enjoy? Okay to enjoy. As long as we gradually move to spiritual thoughts. So you are driving car on the roads from one lane to other lane, slowly you move. It's a very practical person. Appreciate you. Father is good. You are very practical. It's okay to enjoy. What is it? If you stop immediately, tomorrow onwards, I'm going to stop all the enjoyment and I'm only spiritual, you will become mentally affected. That's all. Everything, whatever we do in the world, everything is gradual. The bud is opening very gradually. The child is growing in the mother's womb very gradually. All these things in this world was gradual development. Any development, in the business also gradual. Growth gradual. Everything is gradual. You are very perfect. But at the same time, in the name of gradual, we should not always be there. We have to gradually make effort to come here. Okay, you are right. We are very, very practical. Now, I will give you one example. For you only, I brought this. Yesterday, I was searching. I brought this photo for you. For whom? For Krishna Raman. You understand this? Overtank. Overhead tank. Oh, yes. Overhead tank. Inlet. Inlet. The tank is filled with all kinds of dirt inside. Okay? So many years it's not cleaned. In other words, you go inside and wash this and take this. The remaining part of the tank is very big. You cannot do that. Pour like what, a small tumbler or glass of water. You went inside and cleaned maximum dirt. You have taken it. After the subtle kind of the dirt will be there. So what we have to do, you keep on pouring the water inside. The water flow will come. Okay. At the same time, you take outlet also. You remove the outlet. So again, you go inside and you clean. What? After some time, you get out. The water is going inside. At the same time, water you are making it outside. For half an hour, it will take, or half an hour, 45 minutes it will take. The complete, or the dirt will go out. Then the flow of fresh water will come inside. That's all. Now, afterwards, you just close it. Same process. Same process. Gradually, we are very conscious about our life now. We are gradually, yes, this is what I'm enjoying. This is what I have to. Slowly, every day we have to make effort to shift from one place to the another place. By that time, whatever comes on our way, yes, have it. That's all. Yeah. Without compromising to our own heart, then we have to. Practical. You are right. I agree with you. But without compromising, we have to shift. This is how everything is happening. Slowly will come. A very strong person, then slowly will come. That's all. So both the things together. Anyway, the lane shifting also is like that only. Like you are moving in one lane, the road. Suddenly you stop the car, you cannot move the car like this and go. No. You are moving the same lane. Slowly you are shifting it. Yeah. The answer is like that. What is the difference between Ananda and Anandamaya Kosha? Very brilliant question. What is the difference between bliss experienced and joy experienced? So this question I will answer tomorrow, okay? Yeah, I brought the answer. Tomorrow I will give. All animations are ready. Tomorrow I will explain. Some chocolate you have, so tomorrow I will give you chocolate. Not today. It takes a little more time then. Okay? Okay, tomorrow we'll continue. So I have work, I have to go and start. Okay, ba? Happy to be with you. Third day, so 2 more days. Shall we conclude? Okay, ba? Sir. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.